Team with the worst jerseys.
Whose don't I like? Toronto's are brutal.
Hey, it's Brady Kachuk here. Hi guys, I'm Eric Brandstrom.
Parker Kelly.
I'm really Greg.
Thomas Chabot.
I'm Tim Stutzler.
Hey, this is Matthew Joseph.
I'm Jake Sanderson, and this is Called Out.
And this is Called Out.
Ooh, these are good.
Team with the most underrated city.
Wow.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that, boys.
This brings me back to one of my ex-teammates saying that they thought Vancouver was an underrated city, which is funny because like Vancouver's unreal. I feel like everybody thinks Vancouver's, it's not really underrated. And he called the water there a lake.
Who was it?
Christian Fisher. It was actually outrageous.
I like Tampa. I think really nice city. It's always pretty warm, like the warm weather, and I think it's pretty nice there.
Chicago, obviously everybody knows it's a great city, but great restaurants. I'm always excited to go there.
I don't know if it's underrated. I think everybody knows Scottsdale's unbelievable, but underrated city. I think it's growing like crazy. A lot of California people are flocking there.
You know what? For low-key city, I mean, it's not really low-key. I'll go with these guys, and I'll go with that one for a hammer, strictly for a hammer. On my team, says Winnipeg's the best place on earth in the summer.
Let's go, baby!
And Detroit, obviously, no, they got all like major sports. It's a big city, obviously, but last couple of years we found ways to have a good time, the boys there, and kind of go around the city. There's some cool parts of it, so we'd have fun there. So that's why I thought of Detroit.
I'm biased, but I feel like it gets a lot of scrap, but underrated city, good spot.
I would agree with Brady before I heard he say this. We liked our time there, and I think it's a pretty good city.
I'm gonna go Carolina. It's one of my favorite cities to go to. Just the hotel we stay at, the area around it's super nice, great restaurants, and really good weather too.
You wouldn't say Anaheim's underrated, would you?
Anaheim, everyone kind of thinks like LA, but like Newport Beach and that area is definitely not as busy, so it's kind of nice just to hang around and still good weather most of the year, so.
Yeah, I'd probably go Anaheim. Yeah. Even, I don't know if it's underrated, but just, yeah, beautiful spot right on the water.
I think they low-key have a pretty good city. Nice restaurant, decent restaurant on that street, but it's hard. I would probably put Anaheim too. I feel like, you know, close to Newport Beach, close to LA.
I can put Ottawa here too. Like, actually like it so far, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar with like areas you live, like neighborhoods, and good for families. So it's nice. Fan base with the wildest chirps.
It's not even up for discussion. These two teams, everybody knows why.
I think these guys would say just about anything, so I'll go with them.
I think the roughest experience I had in Boston when we played the finals was pretty funny. There is always a guy who sits next to the bench saying things.
They get rowdy in New Jersey. I noticed that. I feel like it's underrated, but when they score and when they don't get a call, I don't know if it's just the New Yorkers, but they freak out. Yeah, it's awesome.
I went to my first Devils game last year, and I didn't realize they do this, but after they score, they like do the "you suck," or like the fans.
Yeah, to the goalie or something. Yeah, I know they're ruthless. Yeah, it's
like
sweet
that.
though. Yeah, it's so cool.
I gotta put these guys play a playoff series against them. Didn't actually play, but it was in the stand, so saw everything, and that was pretty funny. They had some crazy chirps out there.
I was scratched in a game in New York, and I was getting chirped in the press box from fans, so yeah, it's awesome. They got a great fan base, but nothing close to the Sens.
I feel it would be a good one. They got some rowdy fans. They love the game, so it's always fun to play there. You know, you'll hear a little bit, but it's always fun.
Team you hated as a kid.
Who did I hate? I don't know, I'm not a very hateful person.
That's a tough one. Maybe didn't hate any team, but it's more the Swedish teams maybe.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick one, maybe.
Probably say Detroit Red Wings because I was a St. Louis Blues fan growing up, and this was the rivalry, from the start.
I was a big Sidney Crosby fan, so whenever anybody said they thought Ovi was better, I took it personal.
I'm gonna go Edmonton just because when I was living in Calgary, obviously that's a big rivalry, and a lot of my friends were Oilers fans, so I had to root against them.
Grew up hating the Flames.
Going to Flames games and growing up in that atmosphere is pretty cool. So
My family's pretty like Oilers fans, but there was one like person in our family that grew up watching the Flames, so stay away from them.
big rivalry there.
Hey, Boston. I liked every Canadian team growing up, and they were always in the way.
Number one is this one, the Boston Bruins, and this one, because I was a Avs fan. I remember that playoff series when I was really young against Boston, Montreal-Boston. That was crazy. God, did we hate it, Boston.
Grew up a Montreal fan, so pretty easy to hate them. And now playing against them, don't like them either. That was pretty cool as a fan. As a kid, yeah. Used to watch all the games and everything, so it was pretty cool. I don't remember a negative, I just, more positive, yeah.
Gotta go with them. Yeah, just don't like him. I think nobody likes him in Ottawa.
Just to mix the pot. just stir it up a little bit. Winnipeg, maybe?
Are you kidding me?
Team with the best ice.
Outside of Ottawa?
Outside of all.
Oh, I think these guys actually got good ice.
Maybe it's just because I had a good game there, but yeah, I like Pitt.
MSG, my favorite ring to play at. It's so cool. There's always celebrities in the stands too, which makes it fun.
I think Montreal have a pretty good ice always.
I think it's like Edmonton.
The Oilers. I like their ice.
Super cold in Edmonton, and they do a good job with it.
Yeah, I played there with juniors too. I think it was really good, so gotta go with them. It's pretty cold there, so it's not a surprise they have good ice, I would say.
Because it's so damn cold. These guys got pretty good ice.
I feel like it's always good there. Could be totally wrong, but I'd go with the Jets.
I think there's no excuses for how cold it is there.
Team with the worst ice.
Well, it used to be the old stomping grounds of the Yotes, but in the new rink, it's not as bad. So
We get this one. Tampa's up there too.
I'm gonna go Calgary. One of my hometowns, kinda. Just playing there last year, kinda realized it needs a little bit of an upgrade and not fun to play on.
Pretty slow when we play in Detroit, but I don't know if they're worse or not, but just the feeling of it.
Hot places, or even LA. I guess I could add Boston. I mean, those places have MSG is the same thing, concerts, NBA teams, so I'm sure the rink's trying their best, but it's pretty tough.
Gotta be LA. I think we played there after there was 2 NBA games. The Clippers played at 1, and then Lakers played at 5, and then we played at 8. So yeah, it was crazy seeing them switch the ice over twice. It was crazy.
I've actually played a few games in this barn, and it's really bad. It can be pretty bad here at times with the humidity. Man, it's tough to keep that ice good.
Florida.
Florida Panthers. I think when I was in Tampa, that was probably the worst ice. And we had pretty bad ice too.
Team with the best jerseys.
Aside from Ottawa.
Aside from Ottawa?
Yeah.
I was just gonna look for Ottawa, but yeah.
Honestly, I would have put us. I think our jerseys are pretty dope.
LA Kings.
I like the colors, kind of kept it pretty simple, and then they always have some fancy stuff sometimes, so kind of like it.
I think their third jersey is awesome, so I'm gonna go with them.
I think the LA with throwback kind of purple crown one is really cool.
When I grew up, still am a huge Drew Doughty fan. I was always asking for LA Kings merch when I was younger, and I got a Drew Doughty jersey for Christmas one year, so I still got it. Favorite jersey.
I think I could have picked the Rangers too.
I love the Rangers jerseys. Those are my favorite color combos.
I'd say Nashville. I like their jerseys.
Seattle. I don't know, pretty new, but I don't mind their jerseys.
Original 6, obviously. These 3, Chicago, Montreal, Detroit. Chicago, obviously all 3 of them, it's all the history that goes along with it. Montreal, grew up a fan, so love the jersey. Chicago is sick, and red's probably my favorite color, so the Red Wings one, all red and white, is pretty sweet.
I like Vegas jerseys.
I love the Coyotes jersey. Those are sick.
They have the best jerseys. I think they're pretty, brought back kind of the old school look too, which is pretty cool.
Team with the worst jerseys.
Whose don't I like? Toronto's are brutal. No, I'm just kidding. No, I like their jerseys.
I'll go with my hometown team, the Flames.
San Jose. The Sharks cool, but I just think the teal colors and the baby blue, it's just not hockey, yeah.
I don't think it looks good in turquoise.
I'd probably say Minnesota. Just I don't know. The color combo is kind of weird. I don't know, but they don't have bad jerseys. Just not my cup of tea, I guess.
I've been seeing this a bunch, and I've kind of agreed with this one too. I think they're just kind of, I like the Mighty Ducks jersey the best.
Their like logo's pretty cool, but I just feel like they could do something a little better, you know what I mean? They got a pretty cool logo, but the jersey is just pretty boring.
Team with the best visiting locker room.
It's funny, the boys say they like AZ because it's outside, which is actually unreal.
Gotta go with Seattle. They have a huge new rink. I think they did a great job. A huge facility, so.
Yeah, it's brand new, lots of space, big rooms. Them or Vegas, I would say.
I think Vegas has a pretty solid one.
I guess these guys, they got the pretty sick rink, so.
There's a few, but right off the top of my head, I'm gonna go Detroit. Brand new rink, fresh locker room, a lot of space, great spot.
Well, the room itself is big. They got the whole medical room too, and they also got a full gym, so it's pretty sweet. Like, tough to beat.
Oh, this one's that. Oh, I should actually do that one. That one's sick. Sorry, Vegas, I changed it to these guys.
Team with the worst visiting locker room. Oh, there's a couple.
This is gonna take a while.
I want to say it's Washington. Like all the teams that have like NBA teams, the showers are like really high. So sometimes like the pressure isn't great, you know what I mean? So I can't remember, I could be wrong, it could be someone else.
I played here a couple times. It's not the greatest. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty small.
I was gonna say Carolina. I was trying to think of other ones for a stretch, but yeah, Carolina is just tight, not really pretty at all.
Team with the player you're most excited to play against.
There's so many.
I have my buddy Sutherland in San Jose.
Gotta go with Detroit. Love playing against Mo. Love hanging out with him. I train with him in the summer, so hate playing against him, but kind of get excited when I see him. So no, it's great having him around.
I think I put Connor. It's exciting to see what he can do on the ice, and it's very challenging every game, you know. Try to play your best and play against the best.
You know, I could say Edmonton and McDavid, but I'm gonna go Colorado. I just feel like they got a handful of superstars right now with McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, you know, the list goes on and on. So, and not an easy rink to play in either with that elevation. It's real. I didn't believe it at first, but we had a tough one there last year. So looking forward to, you know, coming back, a little different results. So yeah.
I'd say Quinn in Vancouver, one of my best buddies, so I always enjoy playing against him.
Say Connor Bedard. See how he does this year.
Easy. My brother in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, just because of Crosby.
I just think for me, there's nothing better than playing Sid.
He's always been, growing up, one of my favorite players to watch, and obviously play against him. Pittsburgh's always a fun game for me.
That's who I grew up watching, my favorite player growing up, so anytime I get a chance to play him, it's pretty special, pretty cool, but just get starstruck a little bit playing him.